Hello ladies and gentlemen, Speedy Dashing Through the Snow 101, aka Corny Joke Maker here. It's that time of year again, and I mean it, it's actually that time of year again. The time in which you're walking in a winter wonderland, the time in which you wholesomely watch people open your gifts to them, or, for that matter, you opening the gifts from themselves. The time in which you're eating those pepperminty and chocolate candies, or drinking hot cocoa. The time in which you're watching those festive Christmas movies or listening to Christmas tunes. The time in which you see those wonderful holiday decorations being put up in the city or in your home. I can't express how excited I get every time December arrives and how excited I am for Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday and December is my favorite month because it brings the hype of a new year and brings Christmas. But in order it brings Christmas, then the hype of a new year. But 2020 is pretty garbage and you gotta wear a mask and stuff like that. But, yeah, Christmas is by far my favorite holiday. Always will be. And that's that. I'm very sorry that I never really uploaded during November. Schoolwork kept me busy, and not to mention anything for me to talk about. And I didn't have any sort of ideas for commentary videos. There was really nothing to talk about, because finding topics to talk about is kind of hard. Unless you're like a deep researching commentary YouTuber or you're someone like some ordinary gamers, you know what I mean? But, for me, it's kind of hard to find something to talk about. I've got a video or two on the way. So, yeah, please take this statement with a grain of salt, as usually whenever I say this, I never really do this. But I am going to try my absolute best to upload a decent amount of videos this month, and if I do, then that is just going to be my gift to you guys during this festive month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's topic. So we all know the game Animal Crossing, right? Especially since earlier this year, we received New Horizons. Fun fact, I actually played Animal Crossing New Leaf on the 3DS years ago when it was new at the time, and back in 2018 I had my Animal Crossing avatar as my profile picture because I played the mobile game. But I don't own New Horizons, but everyone must know about the game. At least that's what I think most people know about that game. Well, a user on Twitter, and also I opened up a Twitter account, you should go follow me on there, you possible liberals. A Twitter user that's made an account simply dedicated to the game Animal Crossing made a post saying cute space buns, and they had a space bun hairstyle or afro puffs, whatever you want to call them. Very wholesome, a player just having fun on Animal Crossing, having fun on their favorite game. Seems innocent enough, right? Oh, but you're taking this to Twitter. So, you see where we're going with this? This poor person had to private their Twitter account and received backlash, death threats, and she got doxxed over this simple post. And the tweets I'm about to read and what I'm going to cover, it really proves how bad humanity is going to be in the future and how bad humanity has hit a new low. So now we're going to dive right into that. So the first tweet we're going to read says this: "Hey, smiley face, these aren't space buns. This hairstyle was made for people of color, so they had more hairstyles in the game, after previously having very few. So please respect that this hairstyle isn't for you to wear. Have a nice day. If this hairstyle wasn't for her to wear, then why is she wearing it anyway, and why is she able to wear it? Anyone is allowed to wear this hairstyle despite what skin color you are, especially because this is a video game." It's the broken logic of this tweet really gives me a headache. It's for people of color. Is there an option on Animal Crossing that is required where you have to enter what skin color you are? No, there isn't. You want to know why? Because that would be racist of Nintendo and they'd probably be canceled for a good reason. But no, anyone is allowed to wear this hairstyle. Nintendo didn't say that you can't wear this hairstyle if you're not of color. The broken logic of this tweet and the following tweets I'm going to read give me one massive headache. So, let's read the next tweet, shall we? Ma'am, they're not space buns, they're Afro puffs. Okay, so, it doesn't matter. If she thought they were space buns, she thought they were space buns. Either way, she's still having fun with the hairstyle. It literally does not matter what they are. They're Afro puffs. Not sure the correct name, and they are meant for black girls. Us white girls cannot use them, so I advise you to change them before it's too late. You might want to explain to me that last bit of message there before it's too late. Is someone going to launch nukes on her? Is she going to get beaten the crap out of in real life over a simple hairstyle in a video game? In a single player video game? Please explain to me that, because that right there, that automatically sounds retarded. So the next tweet we're going to read says this: how about we let black people enjoy one thing without wanting to take it for yourself? Notice how that they put these loving and caring emojis in their text, acting like that they're being nice, which basically indicates that they're playing in this fake nice act, all while at the same time telling this poor user that she is the greatest disgrace to ever walk this universe. So two things I want to point out. How about we let black people enjoy one thing? Anyone can enjoy this hairstyle, and anyone is allowed to use it. So, not just black people, but any other race and any other person can enjoy this hairstyle, and anyone else can use it. And second of all, how is she taking it for herself? If she was taking it for herself, no one else would have access to the style, and no one else would be allowed to have this hairstyle. She isn't taking it for herself because, again, as I just said, anyone can use this hairstyle. If she was taking it for herself and she was the only one that could use it, then this hairstyle wouldn't be in the game in the first place. That is why Nintendo has it in the game, so anyone can have fun with it, and anyone can use it. How much more brain damage can you get? So the next tweet we're going to read says this: Space Buns, she knew what she was doing. All the people saying it's a video game under the tweet have no common sense. Like it's not that hard to not appropriate our culture. Okay, one thing, all the people saying it's a video game under the tweet have no common sense. By the looks of it, it looks like you have no common sense because it's literally a video game. It does not have to do with the real world. It is a pixel, a single-player video game, and it's a hairstyle on a pixelated avatar. It does not have to do with the real world. And even if her as a white girl herself had this hairstyle in the real world, would it be the world's hugest problem anyway? No, it wouldn't. Because right here you said to not appropriate our culture. So let me tell you guys a little something. Culture. People get inspired off of cultures. Black culture, Japanese culture, Chinese culture, whatever. People get inspired off of these cultures, and that is probably why she chose that hairstyle, because yes, it came from black culture and most black girls wear this hairstyle, but she took inspiration from it because she thought it looked good on her avatar, so she used it because she thought it looked good. And let's take anime for example. Anime is a part of Japanese culture. People thought that was cool and they took it to the US, and that's why you see a lot of anime things in the US. People have gotten inspirational, and people have took inspiration from Japanese culture and anime and brought it to the US, and that's why you see a lot of anime stuff in the US too, because people really enjoy anime, and not to mention it's from Japanese culture, so they took inspiration off of that, and it gave them an idea, so they thought it was cool enough to bring it to the US, and they thought it was a cool thing to do. I don't understand how that's a problem with getting inspired off of different cultures or getting inspired off of different races with some sort of thing. I don't understand how that's a problem. So, the next tweet reads, "Ma'am, those are not space buns. They are Afro puffs." Couldn't spell R, right? And you may say it's just a game, but did you have to make predictions to get them? Did you have to email Nintendo asking? No, your hairstyles were just handed to you. You didn't have to ask for them. So please stop. Just how would you know that this person emailed Nintendo asking for more black hairstyles or signed a petition to get them in? How would you know about that? And Nintendo put these hairstyles in the game for a reason. Not for people to have retarded arguments like these, but for people to enjoy them and have fun with them. I don't see how cultural appreciation is so bad. Like, people like anime, but they can't do something like this. That just sounds retarded. This tweet right here is the exact definition of infinite stupidity. I swear. This next tweet reads, okay, so let's be clear. Without black women, this style wouldn't be there for anyone to use. Well, gee, Captain Obvious, who would have guessed? Yes, black women mostly did this hairstyle, and it mostly came from their side of their culture. Yes, and she took inspiration from it and used it for her in-game avatar. Black women created a petition for curly hair representation, got it signed, and then Nintendo listened. This is a black girl win that you don't get to take away from us. How is she taking anything away from black people? This tweet has the exact same stupidity of the tweet I read earlier in the video that said, how about we let black people enjoy one thing without you wanting to take it for yourself? She isn't taking anything for herself, and she isn't taking anything away from black people. This hairstyle is in the game for anyone to use. You can buy this game right now, or you can have it and play it already. Anyone is allowed to have this hairstyle. It is not a limited up to a certain amount of people can use this hairstyle thing. It's not a one person can use this hairstyle thing. No, it isn't. An infinite number of people can use this hairstyle in this game. So that isn't taking anything away from black people. The amount of stupidity in these tweets, people. The amount of stupidity. So this last tweet we're going to read says, I disagree with the people doxing you, but please call them Afro Puffs, even after several people have made attempts to peacefully correct you. Okay, so, first of all, that first bit of talk there, is basically saying, I disagree with doxing, but, yeah, you might want to explain to me that right there. Second of all, please call them Afro Puffs. Wait, so now you're their parent? Afro Puffs and Space Buns look pretty similar. I don't know about y'all, but to me they look very similar as a hairstyle. So, if she wants to call them Space Buns, she can call them Space Buns. You're not their parent. Third of all, even after several people have made attempts to peacefully correct you. Yeah, because doxing is totally peaceful. You know, doxing, death threats, and harassing her. Like people calling her arrogant and racist and ignorant. Yeah, that's totally peaceful. That's totally a way to be peaceful to someone. I don't understand how this many people were butthurt over a hairstyle in a freaking video game. A hairstyle. Who freaking cares? It's a hairstyle on a video game, on a pixelated avatar, and it does not have to do with the real world. And as I said earlier, even if it had to do with the real world, and her as a white girl had a black hairstyle in the real world, would it be the world's biggest problem to it exist? No, it wouldn't be. So, I don't understand how cultural appreciation is such a terrible thing now. Like, when it comes to hairstyles like that. Like, people can like anime, but they just can't like that. They can't do that. That seems like a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm very much pleading for a meteor to hit us someday, because I'm very sure it'll just get us out of this misery. Like, there is no hope in humanity, and if there are people out there that for some reason believe that humanity does have hope, well, these tweets right here just narrow it down. You know, I really hope that this person is okay, but they're probably not after all of this bullcrap that just happened to her over a simple post about a hairstyle in Animal Crossing. I really hope that this person's okay. She didn't deserve this, nor does anyone deserve this type of harassment over something as simple as a hairstyle in a video game that people just want to have fun with. Nobody deserves this type of harassment. Humanity's evolving backwards, and these tweets are just my exact proof as to why I say that. So, thank you all for watching. I'm very much pleading for a meteor to hit us. I really am. There's no hope for humanity, and that's all I have to say. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I'd love to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later in my next upload. See you later, everyone.